Starting or something. Anyway, yeah, let's see if the window plays in the other window. Start it over here again. Just reload it, see if it works. Google, stupid bullshit. Too lazy to do tidy chat, so I'm here once again. Yeah, it's working. All right, let's see if it stays that way or not. Yeah. Who cares? I'm not really terribly interested in any of this shit anymore. So, well, really not in the mood tonight, but I'm not in the mood a lot. Most of the time, I'm not in the mood. The lousy cat. Where are you, cat? You already went outside just now, you fucking idiot. You already went out. Stop. Yeah, fucking cat is fucktarded. Thinks the weather's gonna change. 3 minutes. But it's a cat. Cats are stupid. Not their fault. Humans are stupid, but it is their fault. They didn't really have to be stupid. Mostly. Sad. Sad looks like the morbid atheist or something. Anyway. And such. Alright, yeah. Don't have much. Just really hate people. Sick of human beings. Too stupid, too stubborn, too petty, too retarded generally. It's kind of risen above them. Well, who that is, so hello, I guess. But I don't know what a that is. Take my vitamins. Anyway, what was I? Here, people suck. It's all too simple, blah, blah, blah. I've made thousands of videos. Already said all this shit. I'm kind of done with it. You either get it or you don't get it. Yeah, it really is. It's to that point. I mean, I can spell it out simpler, but I guess I'll just do that. I'll just make a couple of videos, spell it out for really, really stupid people and really dumb people, and then I should be dumb. I'll cover the dumb and the stupid. That should be everybody. I'll make a reality for dummies and then a reality for stupid fucks, and then reality for jackasses. There. That'll include everybody then. Mostly. Certainly everybody on YouTube. Or in its vicinity. In the vicinity. It really is disturbing. I mean, you know, generally speaking, internet people are supposed to be the smarter people. Fucktarded. Clever, yeah, you're really clever so far. Demonstrating your intelligence. Microphone doesn't work. You gotta learn how to mute your microphone or buy a new one. Oh, there you go. Very good. And that's it. You have to say very good to people because they learn how to mute a microphone. That shouldn't be in the very good category. It should be in the very obvious category. Or something like that. I suppose people who are in the room should actually have something to say, though. You know, just my impression. You join a room, you should say something. Yeah. Not even typing anything. Useless bags of crap. And such. So, let's see. I'm tired and I'm cranky. And let's see what else. And I hate everyone. Even the people I don't hate, I hate. Yeah, whatever. What am I going to debate Stefan Molyneux about? I'm not going to fuck calling in his show. I'm not some, you know. He could show up here. I mean, I don't need to call him. I'm not going to play, oh, gee, Stefan, it's just so, what a pleasure it is to call into your program where you can just disconnect me anytime you want. I mean, fuck that.
Hey, why is everyone muted?
Because everybody doesn't have anything to say, and they guess they don't have microphones at work.
Hmm.
I don't know how good yours is.
Mine is very, very tiny.
Yeah, well. Don't know to find out when somebody else shows up. By comparison, how bad your microphone is.
Well, I don't really have a nice, expensive microphone. Mostly spend my money on cigarettes.
Yeah, well, they're expensive. That's why I don't have any.
Yeah. The tax on them are just ridiculous. I mean, I know why they tax them, but it's just stupid.
They tax them because you're a sucker and they're just taking your money. You don't tax them for any other reason. If they had a reason, they'd be taxing alcohol proportionally, and they don't do that. There's the 8% tax on alcohol. There's the 800% tax on cigarettes. Slight difference. Demonstrating it's just about the money.
That's why I don't really. Well, one of the many reasons why I don't have much hope in society and our nation, well, any nation getting better. We're all just filled and run with psychos.
You know, people are just duplicitous hypocrites who are just looking to always say, what's in it for me? Tax the other guy. I don't want to pay for anything. Make him pay for it.
Yeah, everyone's being parasitic and wanting to just
no
get what they want.
No principles whatsoever.
Nope. I remember seeing current news about the Mars One project, which I'm against. I kind of see it laughably ridiculous of how or why people want to go on Mars and colonize it.
Well, NASA's they're just looking for money, and they just want to waste some money on some other corporation they're making some money off of, making some kind of bullshit hardware to do a bullshit thing that we've already done. So, but yeah, we have no technical ability to go to Mars.
And also, it's just, in the broad view, from my perspective, it's kind of pointless to go there anyways. I mean, if we were to terraform even Mars, we'd basically do the same thing, in my opinion, what we do to Earth. And we repeat the same process over and over again.
Yeah, we just create ghettos and bullshit. So what's the point? Yeah, no point at all. But we're not going to terraform it. We can't even. There's no way to even land on Mars, and there's no return. There's no plan for getting back. So it's a one-way trip. If you go to Mars, it's a one-way trip.
Yeah, I remember hearing or listening to Star Talk Radio, and they were talking about the project where they're going to send astronauts and film them for a TV show, but it's a one-way trip, like you said, and they're going to die there, and they're going to see what it's like for humans to be there. It's kind of pathetic.
Well, yeah, what it's like is being in a little box and then dying. Yeah, that's all you do is be in a little box and then die. There's nothing else to do because you land on Mars. There's no way to get back off the Mars because there's real gravity there. It's not like the moon, you know. There's no fuel. You're not going to be able to take the fuel with you, and you're not going to be able to make enough of it to go anywhere.
I mean, the only reason why I choose to volunteer is to get away from the human race. But that's it.
The reason they sell cigarettes at all is because the government gets a cut. I don't even know what that means. People smoke cigarettes because nicotine is the most addictive chemical known to mankind.
More addictive than meth?
Well, I'd say it's by every rat study, nicotine wins.
Yeah, I guess I could agree on that. I mean, I haven't really looked much into or researched much into nicotine, or well, I have research into meth and the effects of it, so I can't really say my stance on it or my point.
Well, I'm just saying, when they put a rat and they give it a choice, codeine or nicotine, and they're addicted to both, they go for the nicotine first. I don't know what that means, but it's still just as dangerous and addictive as other substances. What does that mean? It doesn't get people high and stoned, but dangerous how? What business is it of yours, douchebag? Donuts are dangerous. Why don't we tax donuts? I mean, frankly, donuts have probably killed more people. If you want to be honest about it. Cigarette and alcohol certainly has killed more children. So why don't you for an 800% tax on alcohol then? No, I don't think you're ever a real smoker. You smoke with what, your toes or something? Nicotine is cancerous? Are you fucking insane? It's actually evidence that nicotine is cancer preventive. In overall, it prevents more cancers than it causes. It's the tar you get in the cigarettes that causes cancer. I don't know what American spirits are. I'm just saying if it had nicotine in it, then it's a cigarette. If it had any kind of real nicotine, so that's smoking. If it doesn't have nicotine in it, then I don't know what the fuck you are doing. But it's not called cigarette smoking if it doesn't have nicotine in it. Nobody smokes, you know, a pack and a half of well, yeah, whatever. Fuck yourself and die. Yeah. What other kind of fucking ailment, you fucking cunt?
Do people just call you and troll you or something?
I guess so.
Hmm.
There are studies. There's no fucking such thing as a study that nicotine is cancerous. It's just a fucking lie. When they inject rats with nicotine, they don't get cancer, jackass. They get cancer when they smoke cigarettes. When they force the rats to smoke cigarettes, they get cancer. No, they actually put a silly box together with a cigarette, and they force the rat. It's in a tube, and the rat is forced to inhale the smoke. Yeah, well, pure tobacco doesn't mean shit. That's like, you know, that's like Mexican marijuana. It's not really marijuana. Oh, goodies. Microphone sucked. Yeah, well, what do you do? I don't care what you have smoked or what you do smoke. You talk shit. That's all I know. You're a shit talker. You do that. Yeah, I mean, you know, the average marijuana smoker probably smokes 1/100th of the amount of tar as a cigarette smoker. Probably it's 1/100th. especially with the new and improved marijuana. Doesn't take much to get you pretty fucked up. So it's a pretty light dose of the evil smoke. I mean, all these people are they're just all such fucking pussies and pansies now. People used to live in houses full of smoke from whale oil. And then for thousands of years, human beings lived in caves full of smoke from fucking open fires. And everybody wasn't such a goddamn pussy back then. I mean, the first 11 years of my life, I didn't smoke, but I certainly didn't panic every time I saw somebody smoking a cigarette, which was half the population back then. I mean, oh, shoot, cigarette smoke, run away, ooh, scary, scary. Oh, whatever, random chemicals. This is more bullshit. Random. Oh yeah, they just go out to the random store and buy some random chemicals and throw them in the cigarettes for the fun of it. Ugh, they're just such idiots. The active ingredient in this cigarette is nicotine. People want nicotine in the cigarettes. The cigarette companies put more nicotine in the cigarette. All the rest of the chemicals are just a matter of what's in the fucking paper, usually. And a few other chemicals to keep the tobacco from burning too quickly or some other fucking bullshit. Who the fuck cares? Whiny bullshit. My father smoked for 40 years and he's 94 years old. And he worked in the chemical plant. Yeah. Get some better genetics, all you wimps. Yeah, well, Marlboro Lights are a preposterous waste of money. If you're going to smoke, smoke. If you're not going to smoke, don't smoke. But this light shit is just a waste of money. Not a roll of the dice, and that's not even a sensible way to put it. Look, you're going to do anything. It's, like I said, if you eat donuts, they will kill you. You smoke cigarettes, they'll kill you. You do lots of things, it'll kill you. So what? You're going to die anyway. Well, what's the difference? Oh, gee, I'm going to miss my 89th, my 91st, my 92nd, my 93rd birthday. Oh, what a tragedy. No, not a tragedy. Yeah, I chewed tobacco for like a week here and there. Just as a kid, you're just doing that butch thing. Get you some Red Man and chaw away. But yeah, it was bullshit. It's a sucky way to get your nicotine. It's like chewing marijuana. You have to be an asshole. I mean, I remember people wasting marijuana and putting it in food, and I'd be just like, what, are you fuckers insane? Oh, yeah, let's get like 1/10 of the value out of the pot and make cookies and brownies out of it. It's fucking retarded. And let's not get stoned today. Let's wait till tomorrow. Let's eat it today and get stoned tomorrow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Right when I'm at work, I'll get stoned. Yeah, great. It's addictive, Zad. I mean, you just don't get it. It doesn't do necessarily anything for you. It's an addictive chemical, and once you're addicted, then it provides a mechanism where you can control disposition because you can, at any moment, essentially masturbate with the chemical. So it makes you capable of jizzing in your brain. I mean, what good is women, unless you're addicted to them? Yeah, there's no use in them, right? There's fucking no value whatsoever. Well, I'm just saying it's true of men too. I'm just saying if I'm not gonna fuck it, what value does it have to me really? I don't have men or women sitting over there in the corner waiting for me to sell them on the market for some big
So
money.
women are women are just
Women apparently are just silly, dopey
they're
men. Yeah, they're men that are dumb, dopey, pussy,
so they're
whiny,
dumber
complain,
versions of
bitchy.
men.
Yeah, so they're just a bad version of bad. They're a bad design done worse. Well, I'm just saying, yeah.
You're just I think you're baiting trying to bait me a little with that one, aren't you?
No, I don't. I don't really care. I'm not trying to bait you. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, generally speaking, look at the internet, right? I mean, I'm just saying that women don't really have much to say philosophically. They role play. They're as sheeple as you goddamn can get. It's not my fault. I didn't make that up. I'm just saying that women love being imbeciles. They love going to the store and buying shit and pretending they have a life. And they, of course, they love creating things that will unconditionally love them because they're desperately in need of being loved. So they'll make kids or they'll have pets or they'll do something because they have to have something love them. They just can't live without it. And I call that kind of silly. Yeah. Now, like I said, I can rag on men plenty too. I mean, men invented what? The Olympics, Homer Simpson, uh, the sports, all sports. Look at sports. Sports is fucking idiotic. Let's cheer and
Yeah,
idolize some asshole for throwing a basketball in a hoop. Wow, what a hero! What a great guy. No, it's an asshole.
well, I agree, but you're kind of relying on gross stereotypes
Well,
here.
I'm just saying they're fucking factual. I mean, I wish they weren't, but it's the fucking truth. Women squander money on fucking bullshit, flowers, and men waste money on fucking basketball and fucking whatever, sausages, dog food wrapped in little, I don't know, shit packets. I'm just saying I'd rather not be either of the sexes, but I'd rather have a penis than not have one. I'll certainly say that. I certainly don't know how women live without having a penis. I don't know what the fuck they're living
I don't
for.
know how you guys live with having one, frankly. So
Well, I'm just saying, I don't see what's the point of being alive. You're a woman. Oh, yeah, okay, my uterus is going to bleed once a month. And I
we're not.
basically,
You're acting like we're a different species, Gary. We're not.
well, yeah, I'm just saying it is. You might as well be from fucking Pluto, as far as I'm
We're
concerned. They
no.
didn't get the planet far enough away, okay? You're further away than goddamn Venus.
We're never. It's really not that drastically different.
Well, I'm just saying it quite obviously is. I've talked to women, okay? Might as well just they get to the age of Teletubby and they don't get much smarter than that. It's not just flawed. I mean, this is just excuse making. Okay, the human race. There's no reason, like anything that gets intelligent, there's no reason for it to stay stupid on purpose, and that's essentially what the human race has done. It created gods and invented all kinds of silly structure, and most of the nonsense is created by imbeciles and women.
All right. It just doesn't apply to me. But if you want to think that, that's fine.
It's not that I think it. I'm just saying it's just a practical fact. I wish it wasn't true, okay? I wish women could bring a real argument. I wish they could have a real conversation about reality without bringing up some astrology, but fuck, that's what they'll do.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, well, you'll bring up
I'm
something
a I'm
dumber
a
like,
very no, I'm a very reality-based person actually.
well, says you. Yes, that's your self-testimony. Yeah, I'd rather get a second opinion, a professional opinion.
Well, what do you mean? What exactly do you mean? I mean, yeah, I watch movies, I watch TV, I listen to music. That's all imaginary, but I know that's what it is. Everybody does that.
Yeah, I know, but you're still clinging to a phantasmagorical, uh, Gaia-esque perception of reality.
Gaia-esque.
Yeah, Gaia-esque in the sense that you're presuming there's some
I know
life
what
form,
yeah, I know
quote
what Gaia
unquote.
means. No, no, I'm very reality-based. I don't
Well, you
believe
say that. I don't see that in your commentary. I don't see that in your argument. I don't see reality-based in your anarchy and your feudalism,
anarchy. I'm an anarchist.
fundamentally.
You think so? Where
Yeah.
did you get I don't know where you got that from.
You're anti-everything. That's where I got that from. Anybody who's anti-everything and provides absolutely not one realistic road to any kind of possible future, that's an anarchist.
Well, that would imply that I don't believe in any system of government
Well,
because
it would
I
imply
do
that you
think
don't believe in anything practical.
I believe in everything practical.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I don't see it.
It's because you never it's because we really haven't talked that much. You don't know.
Well, every time we talk, you say something preposterously stupid, and I say, get the fuck out of here, you preposterously stupid idiot.
We've only talked 3 times, so I don't know.
Well, whatever. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You'll say something. I'm sure that in the
Well,
past case, this point to where there's where Carmel went all bad again.
I'm not an anarchist if that's what you're implying or
Well, whatever you are, a survivalist, some kind of nut.
survivalist? No, not at all.
Yeah, yeah, not at all. No, no. I just have a fucking shelter in my basement, and I bought a bunch of Cheerios. 500
I
a
don't
pack.
I have a bomb shelter now? I didn't even know that. It's fascinating. It's news to me, but
If you don't have one, you want one.
no, I don't. If ISIS comes, I'm going to invite them over for a flag burning.
Whatever that means.
I'm not a fear-based person. I can't
Well,
concede.
whatever that even means. I'm not a fear-based person. Like what? You're not afraid of earthquakes. You're not afraid of cancer. You're not
Mm,
afraid of, I don't know, the next whatever it is, bird flu or something. You're not afraid. You're too good for a fear. Is that it?
no, but what I mean by that is I don't worry about things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah, whatever that. Well, that means absolutely nothing. I don't worry about things that haven't happened. Yeah, global warming
Well,
hasn't happened yet, so I'm not worried about it. So what? It's lots of symptoms of it happening, but I don't care because it hasn't happened yet.
I mean, like when the media is pimping fear about ISIS or whatever being here in America, I'm not worried about it.
Well, I'm not saying you need to fear ISIS, and I know I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that obviously I think if you're at all rational, you'd be fearful about the potential for the future in terms of you know hate creating lots of bloody, dirty spots on this planet.
Well, I think about it, but I don't sit around obsessing about it. I mean, I know these people
Well, is
exist.
that the argument? No, that wasn't the argument. So again,
Okay,
you're just
so
not rational. Okay, that's called a straw man. Nobody's making the argument. You just sit around all day cowering in fear. The argument
no,
being
but what
made
are you gonna? Well,
is,
I,
is it rational to be fearless? No, it's not rational to be fearless.
no, I'm not entirely without fear, but
Well, you get it.
if okay, ISIS is here. Say there's some element of ISIS here in America. What am I gonna do? What can I do? How is being afraid
Well,
gonna
there's lots of things you can do. We could vote against having a bunch of Arab lunatics come move into our country and steal it from us. Yeah, you could vote against that. You could say, yeah, if you come to this country, guess what? You either become American or you get the fuck out. Yeah, you either share our values or you leave, okay? We're not a religious state. We don't need to be a religious state. If you want to make a religious state, go to fucking Israel. Kill them instead.
So, what are you suggesting, that we shouldn't let Muslim
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm
Muslims?
suggesting we shouldn't let people into this country who don't want to be American. That's right, okay? China shouldn't let me in China if I don't want to become
Well,
Chinese,
yeah, I
okay? If
do
I don't
agree that.
want to accept their traditions, their culture, their law, their
Right.
institutions, then I shouldn't be in their fucking country.
That's true. If they can't assimilate
Yeah,
and don't.
exactly. So why don't we have a rule that says basically that you either love America or get the fuck out? I mean, we got enough people born in our own country who hate the country. Really don't need some fucking foreign import to come here and say, we don't like you the way things are. I think we ought to Sharia you people. You know, we ought to be cutting women's heads off in the old fucking, let's have a head lopping off at the fucking Madison Square Garden. Yeah, fuck the Arabs, fuck Muslims, fuck their bullshit, fuck them. You're a religious kook. I wouldn't let a religious kook in the country. I just basically say, look, we don't do that shit anymore, okay? Fuck you. You're religious, go somewhere else.
Yeah, okay. They do have to assimilate, but they said that about the Irish back
They
way
do
back.
have to. No, no, they didn't
You
say
know.
that about the Irish. Because guess what? The Irish spoke English. The Irish had basically civilized habits, generally speaking. They weren't going around saying, well, let's pass laws that mean we can beat our wives and rape our daughters. So, yeah,
That,
the Irish pretty much did assimilate.
yes, the Irish did assimilate very well, but they were discriminated against when they first got here.
Who the fuck cares? That's not the subject, is it? No.
There were signs on the store windows that
Who the
said
fuck cares? I'm not. The
"Irish
subject
need
isn't
not apply."
discrimination. The subject is should we let motherfuckers who don't have any respect for our country in our country?
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, they know what the American culture is like,
And they're
and
rejecting it. Okay, that's the whole fucking point. Okay, they're
right,
coming to
right.
this
If they're
country,
gonna
they're not
reject it,
learning the
yeah, then just
language, they don't speak the language, they're not learning the language, they're creating separate little enclaves of little China or little Mexico or little Iran in the country. There's absolutely no point in doing that. If you don't want to assimilate, if you don't want to be part of the country, then get the fuck out of the country. We don't need a fucking bunch of little countries being created in the middle of our already established country.
well, I really wouldn't have a problem with people segregating themselves of
Well,
their
I
own.
know you wouldn't. That's so
If
exactly my
if
point.
no,
Because you're
if
too stupid to figure out that
no, if they
segregation
follow the
means death.
if they follow the Constitution. But as
Well,
soon as they,
whatever. It's a silly concept if they follow the
well,
Constitution. Why
no,
are
if they
they
want to have a
separate? They're
little,
separate because they don't follow the Constitution. If they follow the Constitution, they wouldn't need to be separate, would they? No.
well, no, if they want to, like, say there's little Italy or a little, little area of people where they want to keep to themselves. I don't have a problem with that as long as they're law abiding.
Again, you don't have a problem with that as long as they're completely like me. Well, that doesn't
No,
make any
law
sense,
abiding, law
does it?
law
Well,
abiding.
what does law abiding mean? Okay, does it mean Catholicism? Does it mean that they have blue laws? Does it mean that they force people not to work on Sundays?
No, just as long as they follow the Constitution and the
Well,
laws.
what
That's
does
all I
that
ask.
mean
That's
exactly?
all I
Okay,
am concerned
mean, the
about.
Constitution is a silly document, but I mean, it's the Bill of Rights
It
that are
is.
kind of important.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
frankly, you can't be following any of that stuff if you're establishing your own set of rules. If you
That's
don't
what I'm.
respect
Well,
it,
right.
well, I'm
That's what
just
I'm
saying.
against.
Well, then why would you be
I
separate? I'm just
I
saying.
agree.
You can't
Well,
have women in nun suits and then say, gee, they have the same rights as the rest of us.
well, if people want to separate themselves and it's their choice, as long
Well,
as they're
again, I'm not going to argue about the fact that whether they want to separate themselves for no absolutely no reason. So I'm just saying there's absolutely no reason to endorse any kind of gang or tribalism because it goes nowhere good. You're just a perfect seed for destruction of your nation. I mean, that's why Islam can't get fucking. They couldn't be civilized even if they weren't fucking pissing us off. they'd still be killing each other all over the place because they're a bunch of tribal lunatics.
Yeah, but you know there are some moderate Muslims here. I've
Oh,
met
whatever.
I've
You
met
go look up modern
I've met
Islam
some,
and go see what
Gary.
that. Well, that doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean fucking shit. Just means they haven't had an excuse yet to let their full Muslim out. Like a moderate Catholic. Fuck them in the ass until dead. Okay, they're the kind of jackasses that had Kevorkian in jail were moderate Catholics. Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't know. All the Catholics I know are complete hedonists.
Well, yeah, ha, 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 they're complete hypocrites. Ha, 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 ha. See,
Hedonists. No, they're hedonists.
same difference. Hedonist is the same thing as a hypocrite.
Yes, it's true. Is someone else going to say anything? Who's all in here? Microphones are all off. You guys can say something.
Well, apparently people don't go into rooms to say anything. They're just whatever, showing off their whatever, their perfectly boring icon.
Why do people do that?
I don't know. I guess it's
Hey,
because people are dumb motherfucking pieces of shit.
hey, silent people, why don't you say something? Why do you guys do that?
How's the tick bite coming?
Hello. Hello, blinded son. Is that you?
You can't even hear
It's a
what
gay
he's.
name.
Put the microphone. That's it. Stay further away when you talk. There you go. Now try talking.
Obviously, I don't do this much.
Okay. Well, that's better. Better.
I was just
How is it?
asking how that tick bite you got is.
Better. Tick bite. Yeah. Well, it's still there, but I don't think I got Lyme. I mean, I took the penicillin and all that crap for a big heavy dose. So there's different strategies. Sometimes you have to take the penicillin for a month. But if you catch it early, you can kind of wipe it out in just a couple of days if you take a heavy dose of penicillin. So I took the heavy dose, so I guess I'm okay. So far, so good. No symptoms. But I'm almost immune now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter because even when I get Lyme disease, I hardly know I have it.
Those are the most annoying bites.
I don't know if they're the most annoying. Everything's fucking annoying. It's just that it's totally unnecessary is the real issue. It's just a pointless, idiotic waste. It's fucking spreading disease so fucking sadistic lunatics can fucking farm deer. It's just lunacy. It's just so fucking stupid. Indulging a bunch of fucking redneck assholes. Don't need any fucking deer anyway. They fucking eradicated deer. Oh, what a tragedy. No, it wouldn't be a tragedy. It's like eradicating rats. Oh, terrible, terrible. Oh, no, what would be the liability of eradicating rats? Oh, that's right, none whatsoever.
There's something like, I don't know, it's in the population is huge of reindeer all along within the Arctic Circle, so it really wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, well, no one lives up there, so who the fuck cares, all right? I'm not going to get Lyme disease because there's too many reindeer in the Arctic Circle, so I don't really give a fuck about that.
I'm saying there's plenty left after we kill them all around here.
Well, I don't even care if there's any left, but yeah, regardless, I'm just saying there's plenty everywhere, so yeah, why don't we just kill all the ones on the East Coast, and then they can, if you want to go see a deer, go to Wyoming or something. There's lots of them over there. They're just a menace. I'm just saying, we're called the Garden State. You can't have a fucking garden. You can't walk in the woods without the threat of getting killed by disease. I mean, it's just stupid. Fucking stupid. The crop damage is astronomical. 30,000 car accidents reported, so you can just imagine how many accidents happen that aren't reported. I mean, people dying for fucking deer is just idiotic. Especially when the problem is just so correctable. I mean, all you do is knock the population down to what it was in 1970, and you got no problems. I mean, when I was a kid, you saw a deer twice a year, maybe. And yeah, it was nice to see one now and then, blah, 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 blah. But they were never, never nothing. Never even an issue. Didn't have to worry about them.
I see where this is going. So, when was the first time you got a dent in your car from a deer?
Well, I had a deer fly over the front of my hood on the car, 2 o'clock at night. And it scared the shit out of me, I'm telling you, because I was inches from being dead. If I got to that spot a little bit quicker, that deer would have been right in my face. Somebody out here, I was putting newspapers together for somebody at 6 o'clock in the morning out there. And we're sitting on top of the car putting the newspapers together. And somebody on the street, that was about 100 feet away, hits a deer. And the deer tumbled and almost got hit by a deer who got hit by a car. So the deer got thrown so far that it almost fucking crashed into, became 10 feet short of me, got up and ran away. So it probably died somewhere in the woods. But it was, I mean, it's this kind of like, that would be a great news story, right? You get killed by a deer after the deer got hit by a car, like getting killed by a flying deer. I mean, it's just, it's so, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed because it would have been a great news story, but, if I got killed, it would have made great print. But anyway, that's how bad it is that you can have actual experiences like that.
Are you familiar with, he's a comedian, Louis C.K.? He's pretty big right now.
It's too humbly, couldn't tell what you said. Am I familiar with
Comedian?
Try talking slower or clearer. All right, never mind.
Never mind.
I hate comedians, so yeah, who cares?
Why? How could you hate comedians?
I just happened to. I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah, I just hate them all. Like, there was some guy who used to do some joke where he got little bubbles and pretended he was a fish, and that was funny for about 5 minutes. I laughed at that, but that was the last time a comedian made me laugh. Every other comedian is not funny.
What about that Gallagher guy?
That who guy?
Gallagher.
Yeah, he's really funny. He doesn't do the same thing over and over at all, does he? Ha ha! I got a hat with hair on it. Look, I'm gonna smash a watermelon. Ha ha ha! Yeah, it's funny. Fuck, I'm glad he's dead. He's dead, right?
Yeah. There's some funny comedians out there.
All right, says you. Fine, whatever. I don't. Look, I'll admit, I just don't have any fucking sense of humor anymore. Okay, nothing's goddamn funny anymore. It's just not funny. It's all just stupid and mean and retarded and boring and fucked-hearted and simplistic, stupid.
I forced myself to watch it, and it was a little enlightening.
You force yourself to watch Lightning? Yeah, well, Lightning is funnier than fucking...
I forced myself to watch The Comedian, and he was, I don't know, pretty good points. And it turned out to be funny.
Which comedian are you referring to?
I don't know. Louis somebody, I guess.
Oh, Louis C.K.?
I don't know.
He's funny, I think.
Yeah, well, you think everything's funny. You're a fucking talking laugh track. Everything you say. And, yeah, I laugh at my own jokes all the time. No offense, but shit. It's pretty irritating.
I do.
I laugh all the time. It's laughing room. Everybody laugh all the time, okay? Oh, that was funny, Gary. That was hilarious, sir. Hilarious, sir. That's hilarious, sir. Than hilarious. Oh, God, you're so fucking funny.
That was actually funny, Gary.
Yeah, well, exactly. Ha ha ha. Funny is just so fucking clever and brilliant, isn't it? So hard to be funny. Yeah, sitting on a carrot is really ha ha ha. That's so difficult.
Oh, you put some effort into good news, didn't you?
Well, I haven't recently, right? In like 5 years. Why? Because there's no fucking point. Because people don't even get when something's really funny. Yeah. So yeah. And frankly, I just don't. There's no. Yeah. Being funny on purpose is just a waste of my goddamn neurology. I'll be funny on accident, and that's all.
You are you are funny on accident.
Exactly. So I'll just leave it at that. But regardless, it doesn't matter. I just have no. I place no value on this humor thing. I know that's a big thing with women, right? It doesn't matter how fat and stupid and ugly you are, but if you can make a woman laugh, ooh, their vagina gets all sappy. So damn important. So just remember that, all you ugly fucktards. Yeah, you have. It doesn't. Go ahead. Go ahead. And all you fat guys, go ahead. Get as fat as you want. As long as you can tell. As long as you can say some kind of silly joke, some porridge joke that'll make a woman laugh, you'll be able to fuck her. Because women have no standards. Ugh.
What about Coughlin?
What about him? I mean, look, I like Coughlin, okay, as a person, and he's witty, he's kind of humorous, but fucking, I don't sit there and go, ha ha ha, I just don't. I don't LOL, okay? He just doesn't make me LOL.
Yeah,
It's kind of an after effect of their character that's funny.
I suppose, I'm just saying, like I said, I appreciate the wit. I mean, like I said, witty is nice, okay? I like a little witticism here and there, and chortle, ha, chortle. But, yeah, that's good enough for me, okay? I'd rather somebody be witty and clever and not terribly funny than fucking goddamn funny. But since nobody is funny anyway lately, it's too high a standard anyway, because nobody's actually funny, in my opinion. Because I can't even tell you. I mean, I'll laugh at fucking cats before I'm going to laugh at fucking something an idiotic human says.
Yeah, I don't really like stand-ups overall. This one, I don't know, this one in particular, for some reason. I kept on watching it.
Yeah, I know. Well, everybody does this. I mean, I watch Japanese, whatever, pop, jiggity jaggedy music every now and then, or Korean, or whatever the fuck they're from. I accidentally watched one the other day. It's just like funny. It's like everywhere, right? Even when you click a link that's not supposed to be some sort of Korean, whatever it is, poppy, porny, pedophilia, porny, whatever the fuck that shit is. It was so funny, because they're all made up and they have all these costumes. It's all perfect, it's like somebody spent like 5 hours decorating these little chicks. And it's just so fucking, there's like 7 million jump cuts, You're just saying like, oh man, they dressed up in 49 outfits and sang the same song over and over again. And then they just cut all this shit and threw it together, and it's just, it's so formulaic. But it was just funny. I mean, it was a regular link on a video, and it was just so ironic that it just, there it is again. It keeps haunting me. It's fucking Google Tube. I mean, they kind of encourage addiction, I guess, because they just keep feeding you crap. You watch one fucking video with a frog in it, and all of a sudden they keep feeding you frog videos. Ugh.
Yeah, if you feel bad enough about watching the first video, then you're just already down enough to just keep watching, see what else comes out.
Well, I'm just saying, it's all just mind-numbingly stupid bullshit. It's like I said, I got such a taste of that with television. Because I thought, oh yeah, how am I going to live without television? And then after a week, I was like, shit, why would I waste so much of my life on that stupid, idiotic television? Man,
because their lives aren't interesting enough to them.
Well, I'm just saying, there's just so much to do and so much to think about and so much else to do with your fucking time than fucking waste your time watching fucking infomercials. I mean, that used to be the best thing on television, right? It's 4 in the morning, you end up watching a fucking half-hour infomercial because it's got more personality and more stuff going for it than the average TV show, which was hilarious. You might as well watch the commercial because then it won't be interrupted by the real program. So, yeah, I might as well watch the half-hour commercial because there's no commercials in the commercial. But I can't believe how much of my life I listened to that whole steal. I mean, I used to watch a movie now and then on, like, TNT or one of those stupid programs. It's like, you know, by the last half hour of the movie, there was a commercial every 15 seconds. You know, they cut everything out of the movie, right? Like, I remember watching The Godfather, and they, like, cut out every fucking meaningful scene in the movie. And I was watching it, and it's like a 7-hour movie. Yeah, it was all the commercials. And it just, you know, you start calculating. You just say, wow, is this ever an incredible waste of my life? Who's doing all this blocking shit? Quit muting people, fuckers. Whoever's doing that.
What?
I don't know. Somebody, there's a bunch of little blippy things came up on my screen about somebody muting somebody. So I'm
Well,
just
that
saying.
Lord Rock guy was trolling us, apparently.
Well, I don't know exactly what trolling you means.
Did you hear that Lord Rock guy?
I guess I didn't.
He was just, it was some maniacal laughter just going on and on, so it was hard to hear you.
Oh, cool. Well, I couldn't hear him, so that was neat.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so, yay, me again. I win again.
Yes, you won that one.
Yeah, well, it's all just troll. That's the other part of this whole thing is just so tedious. These fucking asshole trolls. It just get to the point where you just say, what's the fucking point? You know, the medium doesn't do anything to stop these assholes. You're just stuck with them. For what purpose?
Yeah.
They should have no power whatsoever. But the capitalists want them to have power because they want us to keep wasting our time. Keep us all stupid and obedient.
Well, what else are we gonna do?
Well, I guess unify physics, maybe. Yeah, maybe somebody could do that.
Unify physics. Okay, I'll get on that. I'll get right on that, Gary.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's what I did. So yeah, it wasn't as much work as you would think it would be, right? It only took 4 years, and yeah, you know. I completed Einstein's work, so yeah, you know, a little bit of paying attention can have its reward.
I'm gonna put that on my to-do list. Unify physics.
Well, I've already done it, so it's too late.
Oh,
I was
thank you.
giving it as an example. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll scratch that right off my list.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of cure cancer. There's lots of other things to do.
Cancer.
Yes, there's lots of other things.
See,
Probably
I'm not
really.
a doctor.
Probably really easy to do. I'm not a physicist, and I fucking unified all the field equations, so, gee, I guess you don't have to be a professional to do it right, because apparently the professionals are all full of shit. Like, we didn't already know that, right?
Yeah, and a lot of computer nerds are working pretty damn hard to keep the internet unregulated for us.
Yeah, unregulated meaning leave the fucking spammers and the malware and the trolls in control. So they can make money selling us shit we don't need because they're broke it and we're going to pay them to fix what they broke.
I think it's more balanced so it's not monopolized.
Yeah, fuck that. It's not monopolized. They don't believe in standards. They don't believe in anything civilized because you can't make money off civilization. You can only make money selling ads. They've all sold out. So don't even talk to me about technical people because they're all sellout motherfuckers. Okay, who'll screw their own mother for fucking Google money.
The hacker community.
I'm just saying, fuck them. Shoot them in the fucking head until, no, shoot them in the head, shoot them in the nuts, shoot them in the ass, shoot at them in the liver, shoot them in the kidney, shoot them in the heart, and then feed them to sharks.
Well, I don't make a goddamn dime off YouTube, so.
What is that?
So
What is that implication? What does that mean? What do you do on YouTube besides leave trolly comments? Do you make videos? No. All right. So what do you do besides making trolly one sentence or whatever kind of trash comments on videos? What do you do?
Um, there's actually some substance to some of my videos.
Man, you can't type the laugh track in your comments. So, then you can laugh
No,
at
if
your
you
own
listen to
comments too.
some of my videos, there's actually some content in there. You have to really pay attention to what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, whatever. I haven't seen any of it, so that's I guess whatever. It's invisible content because I haven't seen it.
Well, what do you want to talk about? What subject?
Well, why don't you pick one? Well, no, you'll pick something stupid like ISIS or something, which isn't even a real subject, right? Because it's really just Shiites and Sunnis. There is no fucking ISIS anyway. But anyway, what is it? Just invented a new name for a Sunni, right? Oh yeah, that's quite. I mean, yeah, Sunni. Gee, brilliant.
And the fact is,
Evolution is
actually,
a subject. Evolution is a subject. Do you believe in evolution?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you believe that we were flatworms, right? Genetically, you have an ancestor that was a flatworm, right?
I believe in evolution.
I asked you a direct question. Genetically, you have an ancestor that was a flatworm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, what besides singing and dancing and laughing at your own jokes are you doing that a flatworm doesn't do?
Isn't the answer obvious? Do I have to explain it?
Yeah, no, I don't. The answer isn't obvious. I'm sorry. That's exactly what my whole point. I see you eating and farting. Let's see, what else are you doing? That's what else are you doing? Chasing ambition, silly ambitions like flatworms, being controlled by the DNA molecule effectively. But yeah, what are you doing that's so spectacular?
Did I say I'm doing anything spectacular?
No, I'm just asking the question. I'm just saying after 500 million years of evolution from flatworm, what exactly have we accomplished besides, well, breakdancing?
Flatworms can't laugh.
Yeah, well, I just made a mockery of that too. I just pointed out that, yes, besides laughing at your own jokes, I said that already.
And then it comes down to the value of supposed accomplishments, which Gary already made a video on, so just check that out.
I don't, honestly, Gary, I don't think the human species is all that great either. I'm not really contending your point. Uh, even our highest accomplishments are limited.
Yeah, and they're
I
trashed by
think.
our they're trashed by our hypocrisy and the fact that we don't do anything with a sincere motive at all, right? We didn't even go to the moon with a sincere motives, right? It's all to sell fucking Tang.
Well, I think we have sincere motives, but I don't think
I'm just saying, obviously, I don't think the motives are sincere. I think they're just a bunch of ego expressionism. It's just a bunch of, we're going to make money on the deal. It's in my interest to be supportive of it because I'll get a job or I'll get a kickback or I'll get something out of it.
Well, intellectual curiosity, I think, is the motive.
I don't think they have any of that. I think if it was a bunch of black men we were shooting to the moon, I don't think anybody would have paid for it.
I don't agree. I think the people can be genuinely intellectually curious.
I think they could have been maybe in some moment in the past. They might have had a tiny spark of that, but it's just like I said. You see how it's all. You see NASA fucking its own, whatever. I mean, you can just see the desperation, and what the scientists have become, and they've become just shills for the corporation. They're all part owners in the fucking companies that are milking the government. Huge fucking overdraft, over budget bullshit for fucking football fucking robots that, go porridge on Mars.
Yeah, and the very intellectual curiosity that you're talking about, Carmel, is already born out of the answers that they had already. And so they're not satisfied with those answers. So we keep distorting and coming up with a new string of questions and possibilities. And
Well, they just get
Seriously,
desperate. I mean, look what they did. I mean, they, when they went to the moon, they ran out of things to do so quickly, right? The very next trip, they were like, oh well, we got to make a car so we can go on a fucking, we gotta go see the sights. I mean, it was just so silly. Oh yeah, we need a car, yeah, on the moon. Yeah, it was just so fucking tacky. Oh yeah, like that hill over there is so much more interesting than the one over here. The one made out of the same crap. So like the fucking moon doesn't exactly have niche environments. It's all one fucking environment. It doesn't have an atmosphere. I mean, nothing goes more than like 4 inches away in millions of years, right? Millions of years, the same little rock is just sitting to say, "Oh, I moved 2 inches in the last 4 million years." I mean,
without even moving any closer to the moon, we knew what was on there from what we found.
well, I'm just saying that it was worth landing on just to say, shit, look what we did. We're pretty cool. And that's what that was worth doing. But yeah, they dragged it out, and they had no clue what to do next. Just no clue once we know it's just a big ball of fucking dust, yeah, I guess we don't have anything else to do, so let's just play golf or something on the moon.
Has anyone taken you up on the $1,000 offer?
Not yet. I attempt to keep trying to seduce people into it. This fucktard at Wikipedia that I'm fighting with now. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get this guy to go for it. He's got a master's in astrophysics and whatever, computer, some sort of information, whatever that was called. I can't remember what it was, but he's got two master's degrees. But he's such a douchebag.
What's his name again?
I don't know, some stupid screen name, whatever, AVBB or something. Got two master's degree, and he can't even come up with a screen name that sounds like anything. Anyway, me cranky. A moment of silence for all the brave robots abandoned on Mars. After we'd already been there 20 years ago. 30 years ago, right? Like 1984 or something, we landed on Mars, took pictures, tasted the soil, and somehow, well, let's pretend we didn't do that. Let's do it again 20 years later. Let's do exactly the same thing. Oh, yeah, that'd be really cool. And this time we'll do it with a laser beam, though. Yeah, it used to be so much cooler if it has laser beams on it. No, we'll make something that can rove around, like go 30 feet away. It'd be really, wow, it'll drive really far. Ooh, cool. Probably much better rocks over that hill. Yeah. They're redder. Oh, anyway. I like the Venus probes best. Those are the ones that are really quite ludicrous. I mean, they know the surface is molten lead, and they send probes anyway that can't survive heat, which is just hilarious, right? So they send probes that melt before they even get to the surface. You're just like, wow, that's so clever. You already know how hot it is, and you go ahead and send some like little plastic flying piece of crap, and just because, let's throw away a few $1 million. What the hell?
I'm surprised Russia came back with that picture. They probably jerry-rigged that thing and just somehow, I don't know.
Yeah,
Really unfortunate scientists.
I don't know what that means, but whatever.
Oh, so they wouldn't get shot. They have some kind of visual evidence.
I don't know. Still can't figure out what you're saying. Somebody else will have to translate. Yeah, well, it's not really an anti-natalism book. He's just redoing the argument in a new context. So it's not like he's going to be doing anything new. I mean, he's just arguing silly arguments like, well, how can you prevent harm to the non-existent? Yeah, that's just arguing stupid arguments like that. If you prevent the disaster, then there won't be any victims, so then the bad thing never happened because you prevented it. So how can that be good? It never happened because you prevented it. Yeah, that'll be just scintillatingly brilliant, watching him argue shit like that. I mean, I really don't, I don't know. Scripted debate seems like an interesting idea, but you know what I mean. It's scripted debate is scripted debate, so I don't know how valuable that's going to be. Probably get just buried in a bunch of wordification. Yeah, we can't really debate anything on YouTube because nobody will stick to the subject. Like I said, when you spell it out, like I said, I mean, Hofladay, I spelled it out, gave him simple little sentences, and he still couldn't follow along. Oh, whatever. Jet propulsion laboratories. What are you, fucking insane? What is their stride? They're recycling 1969 technology. That's a great stride. Huh? Well, where the fuck do you get this shit from? What where did you come up with that opinion? I mean, based on what fact did you create this opinion that there's great things happening at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory? Have looked into it. That doesn't mean anything. I'm asking you for what fact has impressed the fuck out of you. Where did you get this fact? Barbara Walters told you so? I mean, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Show me an innovation at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Show me one. Like I said, they're stuck. They're stuck. They're part of the problem. The whole Mars mission is because they can't come up with anything better than, well, yeah, we'll just shoot them with a Saturn rocket again. Yeah, that's all we know how to do is the Saturn rockets. Well, number one, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory didn't invent the robotics, so that then the rovers. It's all done by private corporations, so that doesn't have anything to do with the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And frankly, those fucking robots have been lame pieces of shit. I mean, frankly, if they gave me the budget, give me the $50 million, I could come up with something better than that, I'm sure. I mean, I couldn't believe when I looked into those, the Voyager things and whatever the other two were called. I was so surprised that the power plant they put on those satellites was so pitiful. 100 watts is all it produced. I mean, they have a nuclear-powered battery, and then we got 100 watts out of it. It just seems like they could have thought of something. There's got to be some kind of way to, you know, take some calories. I mean, I just think you could run the damn thing on fucking Twinkies or something. You know, I mean, let it eat Twinkies. Twinkies are light. You can shoot them up there fairly easily. Let it eat Twinkies. I mean, I figure on Twinkies it should be able to do better than a fucking 100 watts. And frankly, they only need the thing running for one hour a day. They didn't figure that part out. They should have like a good battery on the damn things. Charge the battery every day, and then when you need it to send a signal, you send a signal. I mean, you know, it's now the things are essentially dead. They can't even signal if they want to. They got nothing. Who the fuck's talking about sending man to anything anywhere? Men are stupid. Yeah, I wouldn't have any. I wouldn't send any humans into space. It's just no point. Yeah, it cuts costs by a bazillion dollars. I mean, you can't send humans to Mars, of course. You can't send fucking humans to Saturn. It's all very good. I'm saying taking pictures of Saturn was a great idea, and Uranus and all that shit, fine idea. I'm just saying that I couldn't believe the probes were as lame as they were. That's all. I'm just surprised they didn't have something better than a fucking 100-watt power supply. You know, and after 10 years, it's only running on 40 watts. Pretty bad. Or 5 years, I think it was. Yeah.
Those pictures of Saturn are pretty awesome, though, don't you think?
I just said that, didn't I, retard? I just fucking said that, didn't
No,
I?
instead of being, yeah,
I just fucking said it.
you're all grumpy about it. I think they're pretty amazing.
Well, whatever. I'm not all grumpy about it. I'm just saying, yeah, fine. Picture's great. I'm not the subject.
They're amazing.
Well, whatever. To you, they're amazing. To me, they're whatever.
I think they're freaking amazing.
Yeah, well, telescopes can do that now, so they're not so amazing anymore.
Still amazed every time I see those pictures.
Well, whatever. You're amazed. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Whoop-de-doo. Pretty colors. Woo, woo, woo.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. How scientific.
What's wrong with something being beautiful?
Wait, I'm just saying, what does it have to do with science? Oh, that's right, absolutely nothing.
It's art and science aren't mutually
No, yeah, whatever. Yeah, right, no, art and science, no. There's no such thing as art and science. That's oil and water. Rationality and irrationality do not mix.
You don't think the astronauts see the beauty?
I don't care if they see. If they do, that's like saying, do I care whether they fart? No, I don't care. It doesn't have anything to do with the science. Farting doesn't have anything whatsoever to do with the science whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. But
consequential. Means absolutely nothing to the science. I don't really give a fuck whether they say, ooh, isn't that cool?
I'm sure they do say that.
Who cares?
Whatever you want to masturbate to.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just
so
a
he
movie.
wants to masturbate to science, and
I'm just saying that the point of science is the understanding, gaining knowledge, all that kind of crap. If you want to get all gooey about it, that's your liability, not your. That's not something to go, oh, gee, I'm so impressed that you fucking have a gooey moment because you saw a pretty color.
It's not mutually exclusive. You can do both.
Well, who cares? Well, you're saying you can do both. I'm saying that one probably does distract the other, so there's no point in doing one, okay? There's either you're going to do the scientific thing or you're going to do the fucking tourist watching thing. You're either going to drive a bus or you're going to be a fucking tourist.
It's not an either-or option.
Well, you keep saying that, and I keep saying no. I see exactly that they can be very corrupting if people are doing something because they're getting some personal gain out of it or some personal gratification. That's usually going to be a compromise of the mission.
I don't agree.
Yeah, well, you're an idiot.
No, I'm not.
Well, yeah, you are. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's a corruption when you have a self-interest, that's always something to be avoided in anything. Any project, it's good not to have some kind of personal self-interest That's called.
We're persons. We're gonna have persons.
Well, I'm just saying it's better not to. Gee, I don't know how many fucking times do you have to say it's better
Well,
not to.
I'm not
It's
saying
better not to. It's better not to have bumpers of different heights and to have cars of different weights and to have all. No, it's better not to.
Well, if they can't help if they see the beauty in
Again, I'm not going to argue this shit. I'm not going to argue this shit. It's already been argued, all right? I don't. Who the fuck cares what their gooey response is? Irrelevant. And if it has anything to do with why they're out there, then it's already a corruption.
How is that corruption? I don't get it.
Well, it's a self-interest. I already expelled this out, didn't I? Conflict of interests. It's a conflict.
It's a natural byproduct.
Science and self-interest are conflicting interests.
No, it's just a natural consequence of their findings.
Oh, whatever. No, there's no such thing as a natural consequence.
Natural
There's no such thing as a natural consequence that has any validity. Nature's an imbecile. Newsflash.
Nature's an imbecile. God, Gary.
Yeah, it's a fact. Nature has absolutely zero IQ. Nature's the dumbest motherfucker there is.
We're down to zero now. Okay, Gary. All right. Yeah, that's credible.
Yeah. Where's nature's brain? Exactly what is smart about nature? Go ahead. Give me one smart invention of nature's. Go ahead. Let me hear one of them.
Well, I'm sorry, but your hyperbole is just a little bit ridiculous here. You've got nature down to zero IQ.
I'm saying, again, where's the argument that nature has a brain? No, I've just fucked this laugh track shit already. If you can't get past that, you're going to have to go. It's just so obnoxious.
Because you say some crazy things.
No,
Gary.
no, there's nothing crazy about it. You haven't counter-argued it at all. Where is nature's brain? Show me where it derives any capacity to do any logic whatsoever.
No, I'm just asking you to notice your own hyperbole. That's all I'm suggesting.
Again, hyperbole in what sense? Exactly in what sense have I underestimated nature's intelligence?
Well, you say things like nature is an imbecile, nature is...
Yeah, it has no brain. That's the definition. You can't get a better definition of imbecile than brainless.
I see. We're brainless.
Are you referring, Carl, to the intricacies of nature as some kind of intelligence?
Yeah, exactly. I made the argument that you're a guy, a cunt, and here you're just validating my fucking point right from the beginning. So
no,
again,
I'm making the
lying. I mean, you can't accept that nature doesn't have a brain. You're too stupid. Ugh. I mean, just God. I mean, just set them up, knock them down, right? This is just too fucking easy, right? I mean, didn't I say it right to her from the beginning? I said, well, what's so bad about me? Well, you're one of those stupid Gaia cunts, okay? You're some sort of retarded, knee-jerk defender of fucking nature. And there she stepped right into it. I asked her, where's the evidence of nature's brain? She doesn't answer the question. She just keeps laughing, calling it hyperbole.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, I don't know, if you're waiting for a certain individual to come in and change your mind about what you already know. I mean, in these debate inmendham
yeah, well, that's why it's so useless. Right. There's none, I'm getting fed nothing, okay? I haven't learned anything from another fucking human being in 5 fucking years on the internet, right? It's been 5 years since somebody said something. I actually said, oh, shit, that's pretty clever. 5 fucking years.
And I mean, that's kind of why I like the
interactions, and not one motherfucker has brought one single fucking fact to my fucking table that meant a goddamn thing.
When was the last time somebody told you something that was true?
That's not the point. I'm not talking about stuff I already know. I'm saying nobody has brought anything innovative, clever, smart, something I didn't know. Nobody has educated me about anything in 5 fucking years. I mean, the last one was the Modern Mystic when he didn't even say it, but he implied it, and that was good enough. Where he got me thinking about the idea that I have more capacity to fuck with your brain than I do have capacity to fuck with my own. That, you know, that the real weapon of me is not against me. It can only be against you. I can only fuck with somebody else's head. I can't fuck with my own. That kind of idea. That was the last thing they'd say. Oh, I said, oh yeah, that's pretty clever. But that's it.
a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I'm getting no food on this fucking medium. I'm sitting here fucking pumping this dry hole saying, all right, bring me an argument. Bring me an argument that shatters my foundation, scares, holy shit, they might be right. Feelings don't matter. Yeah, go ahead. Make an argument. No one's made an argument that's at all rational. You can't prevent harm to non-existent people. They don't exist. Yeah, they will exist. They would have existed. That's why we invented words like would have. It's because would have is what would have happened if you didn't prevent it. Retards. Ah, that's a good mic. Sounds like one of those modern flush toilets.
My mic's all fucked up.
Yeah, it is. But this is getting better.
Sorry about that.
Well, it's okay, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I was just saying, you know, there's some entertainment value to these rooms.
Yeah, I know.
I could see your frustration.
I just don't have any interest in doing entertainment value shit. It just doesn't, you know, just doesn't appeal to me at all. I really have, you know, in some sense, I'm the
Again, incidental entertainment.
yeah, I'm half Klingon and half fucking Vulcan. I mean, I really don't have any patience for this fucking entertainment shit.
No, but you know, also I'm not caught up on all the. You guys were talking theoretical physics. I don't know, a few weeks back or something. I'm not caught up on all that, so it's kind of interesting for me to listen to. But,
Yeah, I'm saying it's interesting for you, but it's not interesting for me. I'm just saying you people need to be educated. Fucking Einstein need to be educated. That's the whole fucking problem. I mean, somebody like me really shouldn't be able to fucking figure it out. I mean, it's just science is going to be so humiliated, you know, when I finally win and demonstrate them to be complete assholes for the last 100 years, not seeing the grotesquely obvious.
So what's stopping you?
I'm already doing it, jackass. The only thing stopping me is the fact that I've tried to post a link on a Wikipedia page in the non-mainstream category, and I can't even goddamn get that accomplished because some fucking goddamn master degree super intellectual can't figure out the difference between a fucking science website and a personal website. That's what's stopping me, asshole. I
appreciate that, but much like most of the stuff.
Go
Most of
fucking
the stuff that you say your Voyager power output was incorrect, Gary. You're wrong. You're wrong, buddy.
Die of cancer. Die of cancer.
You're wrong about everything. You're wrong about the power of.
Die of cancer, you fucking cunt with no argument. Bigoted cunt. Let me add that, I guess, right?
Is he saying your side is a personal one, or?
Hmm? Cool. Phone's making all kinds of cool noises. Yeah, cool. Yeah, go fuck yourself.